Chaos UK and UK Subs stand as two iconic names in the British punk scene, yet they represent very different energies within the genre. Chaos UK is synonymous with raw aggression, speed, and the birth of UK hardcore punk. Their music is abrasive, unpolished, and filled with chaotic urgency, often pushing tempos to the extreme and laying the groundwork for the anarcho punk and crust scenes that followed. Their lyrics reflect disillusionment, anger, and a rejection of societal norms, carried by a sound that feels almost out of control, yet perfectly fitting for their message. They embody the underground, with a fiercely DIY ethic and a reputation for volatile live shows that matched their uncompromising style. On the other side, UK Subs carved a different legacy. Emerging slightly earlier, they carried a more traditional punk rock energy rooted in 1977 First Wave. Led by Charlie Harper, the band blended catchy hooks and rock and roll influences with political and social commentary. While still rebellious and confrontational, their sound is more structured and accessible compared to the relentless noise of Chaos UK. UK Subs also gained more mainstream recognition, even charting in the UK, and achieving a level of longevity that very few punk acts have managed. Their dedication to releasing albums titled with each letter of the alphabet shows both their discipline and their unique place in punk history. The contrast between the two is striking. Chaos UK represents punk at its most abrasive and alienating, a band that thrived on pushing boundaries and cultivating a raw, underground following. UK Subs, though equally rebellious, lean toward accessibility with anthemic choruses and a more classic punk rock style that allowed them to reach broader audiences without losing authenticity. Both bands, however, share the same spirit of defiance, resilience, and dedication to punk core values, proving that the movement thrives in multiple forms, from pure chaos to enduring structure. Sound and aggression. When comparing the sound and aggression of Chaos UK and the UK Subs, it becomes clear that both bands embody distinct energies within the British punk spectrum. Chaos UK represents the raw, chaotic edge of hardcore punk, often bordering on the anarcho-punk and D-beat tradition. Their music is notoriously fast, abrasive, and intentionally messy, with feedback-laden guitars, relentless drumming, and snarling vocals that reject structure in favor of pure intensity. The aggression in Chaos UK sound is more unrefined, reflecting the street-level anger and nihilism of the early 80s underground. Their tracks often feel like an assault, leaving little room for melody, instead prioritizing noise and confrontation. UK Subs, on the other hand, embody a more classic punk rock approach, while still carrying a strong, aggressive punch. As part of the first wave of UK punk, their sound is rooted in straightforward three-chord structures, tight songwriting, and a balance between speed and clarity. Unlike Chaos UK Sonic Chaos, the UK Subs channel aggression through crisp riffs and a more disciplined rhythm section, allowing their political and socially charged lyrics to stand at the forefront. While their energy is undeniable, it feels more controlled and accessible compared to the raw blast of Chaos UK. In terms of aggression, Chaos UK tends to unleash a reckless, almost anarchic fury, making them a cornerstone of hardcore and crust movements. UK Subs bring a different kind of aggression, still sharp and biting, but filtered through the lens of classic punk rock, with songs that are easier to chant, march, and rally behind. Ultimately, Chaos UK thrives on disorder and pure sonic violence, while the UK Subs channel anger into structured rallying anthems. Both approaches are vital to punk's evolution, showcasing two sides of aggression, one chaotic and destructive, the other disciplined, yet still rebellious. Stage energy and chaos. When talking about punk history, few comparisons capture the raw difference between chaos and charisma, like Chaos UK and the UK Subs. Both bands share the same punk foundation, yet their approach to stage energy creates a contrast that fans still debate. Chaos UK embodied the unruly essence of anarcho-punk, bringing complete disorder to the stage. Their shows were not about polish or precision, but about unleashing pure noise and rebellion. The energy felt unpredictable, as if every performance could collapse into a riot. Their chaotic playing, distorted feedback, and reckless speed turned concerts into explosions of sound where the audience became part of the madness. It was less about entertainment and more about destruction, a statement of punk's anti-establishment core. On the other hand, the UK subs took chaos and reshaped it into something more structured, while still radiating raw power. Charlie Harper and his bandmates projected relentless energy, but their performances were tighter and more deliberate. Their stage presence carried a balance of fury and professionalism that made them accessible to wider audiences, including those outside the underground scene. Instead of pure noise, they delivered anthems with strong hooks, giving the crowd something to chant and move to while keeping the punk attitude intact. Their chaos was controlled, a storm guided by experience and vision. The difference lies in intention. Chaos UK aimed to disrupt, to push the limits of what punk could be, often embracing chaos for its own sake. UK subs, while still rebellious, leaned into building a legacy through consistent shows and songs that carried weight beyond the underground. Both bands had explosive stage energy, but Chaos UK delivered raw anarchy, while UK subs offered a sharpened, enduring version of punk power. This split defines why their live reputations remain so distinct in the punk world. Legacy of violence and chaos. Particularly in the context of Chaos UK and the UK subs, we see two different interpretations of punk's raw, aggressive essence. Chaos UK Legacy of Violence embodies the unfiltered chaos and disorder that the band became infamous for in the hardcore punk and anarcho punk scenes. It is not just music, but a statement drenched in anger, speed, and disdain for societal norms. The record channels a violent energy that reflects the band's philosophy, punk as a weapon of rebellion. The sound is abrasive, distorted, and intentionally chaotic, mirroring the band's live performances that often blurred the line between music and mayhem. On the other side, the UK subs' chaos presents a different form of intensity. While still rooted in the raw punk tradition, the subs bring more structure, melody, and a sense of timeless songwriting. Their approach balances ferocity with accessibility, making them one of the most enduring and respected punk bands from the late 70s wave. Chaos captures the unrest and anger of the era, but delivers it in a way that resonates with a broader audience, combining political commentary with memorable hooks. Unlike Chaos UK deliberately destructive energy, the UK subs channel chaos into rallying cries that are easier to sing along to, yet no less powerful. Both works represent vital aspects of punk. Legacy of Violence reflects the underground, uncompromising side of the movement, appealing to those who crave intensity without compromise. Chaos demonstrates punk's adaptability and its ability to remain relevant while still confronting authority and expressing frustration. Together, they showcase how the same theme, violence and chaos, can be approached differently, one as a sonic assault, the other as a crafted anthem of resistance. This contrast highlights the diversity within punk, proving that chaos can take many forms and still strike with equal force.